I love coconut chutney, so there you go. Yum. Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me, Hema Subramanian. Now I've noticed a lot of people tend to skip breakfast because they don't have time to make something tasty and simple in the mornings. Today I'm going to share a wonderful and easy breakfast recipe. This is rice dosa. You can actually make it within minutes. A little bit of soaking time and fermentation is required, but the dosa is very tasty and the ingredients are very simple. So let's get started and check it out. So for this recipe, I've taken 1 cup. This is a 250 ml cup measurement of raw rice. Now this is rice I'm using for the dosa batter. I've soaked this for about 1 hour. And the next 1 cup of rice is cooked rice. Now what I have done is I've cooked the same rice and I've kept it, and I've used a 1 cup measurement of the cooked rice. And the next ingredient I have here is freshly grated coconut. Now this I've taken only about 3/4 cup. So these are the main ingredients that go into the batter. So we're going to grind this in the mixer jar. Now if you have a small grinder like a tabletop grinder, you can use that also, whatever is convenient for you. So first I'm going to add the grated coconut. So you should add only fresh coconut. So don't use desiccated coconut. I'm sure you will have that doubt that many of you ask me, can we substitute with desiccated coconut? Please don't do that. This recipe requires fresh coconut. Next I'm going to add the cooked rice. Now cooked rice, you can add any cooked rice. There's nothing specific that you must add only this particular rice that I've used here. So if you have any leftover rice at home and if you want to make a little bit of this rice batter, you can do that as well. So I've added the cooked rice. Next I'm going to add the soaked rice. I've just strained all the water, I've removed it, and I'm just adding this. So let me know what kind of breakfast recipes you guys try in the morning. I'm also going to add a little bit of salt, just about ½ teaspoon. So let's grind this. Now I'm not adding any water at first, but I will be gradually adding water to get into a nice fine batter consistency. So let's start grinding it. I've added all the ingredients inside. So now I'm going to add a little bit of water. Don't add too much at a time, just add little. So using a spoon or a spatula, you can just, kind of take off all that little mixture that's stuck to the sides of the mixer jar. It's easier that way. So you do need to keep checking at intervals to see if you're getting the right batter consistency. And you don't want to run the machine continuously for too long. So give it that little break and then grind it again. So I've just checked it, it's still a little bit coarse, that is the coconut has to grind a little more. So I'm not going to add too much water at this point, just a little bit. So I'm going to check on the batter now. So it's pretty smooth, but you will not know the consistency if you check it with a spoon. You have to touch it to know how smooth the batter is. Now it's a little coarse. The rice has to grind a little more. Just adding a little more water at this point. The batter looks good. So, the key to getting good idlis, dosas or vadas is in the grinding of the batter. The batter has to be perfect if you want to get those nice soft idlis or the crispy dosas or those lovely crispy vadas. So now my batter is ready. I'm going to transfer it into a bowl. So you can actually see the consistency. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So let me remind you again, this is not an instant batter. So we have to ferment this batter. So just remove all this batter from the mixer jar. Now do not wash the mixer jar and add that excess water into the batter. You don't want to do that. Okay. Now we've transferred all the batter. We're going to leave it at room temperature to ferment overnight. So I have made another batch of this batter and you can see it's fermented so beautifully. It's nicely fluffed up. This is the fresh batter. So I'm going to leave it to ferment overnight. Let's keep this aside. So I'm going to mix this batter and show you guys how it's fermented. Since we've added the coconut, it is going to activate the batter. I'm getting this lovely coconut aroma, this fragrance of coconut here. Now we don't want the batter to be too thick. So I'm just going to dilute the batter just a little bit. So we're going to make these nice soft and fluffy dosas. Since I've already added the salt to the batter while grinding, I'm not going to add any more extra salt. So our rice dosa batter is ready. Now let's start making these nice soft and spongy fluffy dosas. And I can't actually wait to enjoy these. So the next step is to make these dosas. Now I've just heated the tawa here. So this is a non-stick tawa, but you can use any tawa that you normally use to make dosas at home. So I'm just going to grease it with a little oil. And I'm just going to wipe it off because we are going to make these dosas oil-free. So once the tawa is nice and hot, we'll start making the dosas. Now you can see I've diluted the batter. It's a nice pouring consistency. It should not be too thick. So this is a good consistency that we have here. So take a ladle and pour 1 ladle of the batter. These are small dosas. So the moment you put a little bit of the batter on the hot tawa, you can see those little bubbles and those little instant holes that come. So the tawa has to be that hot. So I'm just going to close it and allow this dosa to steam cook. Let me tell you, these dosas are very tasty, and you can actually have it with any side dish. If you like chutneys, now I've made some coconut chutney and some nice spicy kara chutney for this dosa, but you can enjoy it with vegetable kurma or some nice chicken curry. You can have it with anything, it's up to you. I even enjoy them plain because it's so tasty. So I've checked on my dosa, it's steam cooked perfectly. You can actually see it's cooked through, and you see all those little holes. Now the best way is to enjoy these nice and hot right out of the tawa like this. And I can't wait to actually eat. I'm very tempted, but no, I'll wait. I'll make a few more and then I will enjoy them. So I'm just going to place this here. So you can make as many as you want. Now one batch of this batter can make up to, I would say, 10 to 12 dosas maximum if they are nice and small. So if you want to make a larger batch, just make sure you double the quantity and you can make it. So I've made a few more dosas and I have plated the dosas with some nice coconut chutney and some nice kara chutney. The kara chutney recipe link I will give in the description. You can check it out. Now it's time for tasting, which is my favorite part and I can't wait. So I'm just going to dig in literally. So the dosas will be nice and soft. I will give you another tip. Let me first eat. I'm dipping into the coconut chutney. No, I love coconut chutney, so there you go. Yum. The dosa is just absolutely delicious, especially with the nice coconut chutney, which is of course my favorite. And it's got the nice soft texture to this dosa. And this is of course a very simple recipe which you can try, and make sure you make it a day ahead, so you give that time to ferment the batter. And definitely serve it nice and hot because they have to be eaten hot and soft and spongy. And also do not add too much water. You do not want to dilute the batter too much because then you will not get those perforations and you won't get a nice soft dosa. It will become very flat. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, guys. Do try it and post your comments, and I will catch you all with another wonderful recipe. Until then, take care. Bye bye. The second edition of our home cooking book is now available on our website 21frames.in. I'll give you the link in the description. You can go and check it out. The book is currently available only in India for now, so you can place your orders on 21frames.in.